Let's get it, man. This 3-3-5 is... It's pretty impressive. Make the right quick adjust, because people are going to spam. They're going to pick something they like. They're going to stay in it. And all you got to do is just use or adjust, slowly take away. Just experiment with different routes, combinations and stuff. Real curious how next year the little X-Factor abilities that players have, how that's going to change the game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders.
Gunslinger. I don't really care, man. I'll be good with anybody.
Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville.
All right.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
All right, same thing, guys. And for people that have questions about how I set up, why I don't get sacked so much. Not just because, you know, I have quick pass options. I made sure my outside tackles were creme de la creme. Alright, so he's doing all this. What do we do when we see all this?
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard.
Spread the line out like that.
Take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yeah, we're going to... Oh, you want to do that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run.
And that safety out of position.
Field across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Safety over there.
You got 56 there.
This time what we're going to do is we're going to...
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
We saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Then press. All right, we got him.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And
come on, catch the ball, man.
The ball free.
It's not that hard.
Up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
All right, so he's going to do that.
From the gun, it's Carr. He finds Roberts complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I already know for a fact.
Operating from the gun, Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside.
User, catch it. Come on, it's not letting me user catch.
Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Man. Stretch.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
As long as I can get that outside.
Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
His DB's too much, man.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
He's thinking too hard. He don't even know what I like to do when he's trying to take shit away. I love playing people like this. Alright, so last episode, we found a way to do this. It should be just like that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
We're confident our defense can come in. Because we're going up against Bortles. I mean, Bortles isn't really going to slice and dice and carve up the defense. I know he's going to try to run. I mean, you got Leonard Fournette back there, angry runner. If he takes too long to call his play. Okay, 4 wide. So maybe he is passing.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 37. 11. From the gun, it's Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Has a check down a lot. I can't put him in man if he blue routes him. I can't be. I'm not going to use the cover 3 back here.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Spy.
Working from the gun. It's
we almost jumped it with
and
the
it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
I can't do man because he does stick route.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Bortles.
Good invert.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, no. Bad invert.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. First down.
Adjustments are inside quarters.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
All right, we know we can
stop. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7.
And we know we can score.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
That's actually helpful for us because we don't have to use our starting running back.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's Carr to throw. Finds Roberts left side.
Whoopsie.
And he's got some space
I'm doing too
here.
much. Ah, turbo.
A big play that time.
Oh.
56 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield.
Let me do all
when
that
you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Give him this look. See. Alright, left side to back side.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Took his man out of position. He's got that man over there. All I should be able to do is flip it. That's not good.
So that'll back him up 5.
All right, so if it's stick route.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Trap run. He's pass rushing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Can't leave him on the board.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. And this is Cook with a grab.
Go forward!
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about...
Pause it there. You usually want to try to catch him.
What they're presenting,
that way he doesn't have
and
time
continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
See,
and that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says, let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
All right.
372. Shotgun now for Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Bunch right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. First down now, but that clock rolling. To throw, it's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now Bortles. Caught. Severian Jenkins, right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
And the Raiders have got him. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also fourth. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Omaha.
Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says let's take a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Possibly.
And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board. On first down, Carr. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He's doing a lot of man coverage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Right.
Throwing again. Carr. And this is caught by Mark.
Call timeout! Oh, this game hates me.
Just shy of the 20. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's 3rd and short. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
There, baby.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Good shit.
Nowhere to run there.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A gain of 6 there on first. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That connection with Jordy Nelson coming on the drag route.
Hard to believe that he was a walk-on.
Fucking high point pass is so broken.
On him, but how about his ability to work and run any route you need? And that completion is evidence that it doesn't matter what you call,
I don't even want to use
he's going to find a way to get open.
Walk on at Kansas State. Now the locker rooms are named after him there. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the 9 quarterback, there to make the play defensively.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We got him. I just got to make sure I do the right adjustment.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Got him.
He completes it to Bryant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Either or, it would have been.
Martavis Bryant from 17 yards out. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
Has safety.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Man beaters on your ass all day. Alright, so we got to get this kick.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And now running right through it. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Yeah, fucking soft squat.
On second down, here's Bortles. Flush to his right, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Safety and a hook curl. And blitz that right outside.
The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Bortles. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Bortles to the former Jet. Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' first down. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley.
Outside quarter boy be sitting on that shit.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Green 80. 372. Spread right, 72.
On second down, here's Fournette. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Throwing is Bortles.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Bortles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. Fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Out. Ah, he wouldn't let me jump in. That should have been a pick.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Bortles now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Bortles. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Not my fault.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark from 19 yards away.
Yeah, that's twice.
And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Looking outside quarter, please.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's played back a little deep, so that's a cover 3. I'm not worried about you doing any of that.
Low. Go. Get set. 7:34.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Why are you punching the ball?
And incomplete.
What the fuck?
Thought he might have had it. Instead,
wow.
Well, that certainly looked like something
Bro
we
just
discussed all
rocket
week in
punched
practice,
it.
getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you
fuck
open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Right. Pass block that. Got back over here.
Back to the air on second down. It's
Bite.
He's going to float this one deep
bomb,
right
baby.
side.
We bomb.
That's caught inside the
Don't
play.
run out of bounds.
And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play that time for the Raiders. 67 yards.
That's what I was waiting for. Get him out of man coverage so I can hit him with my beaters.
29.
All right. Slide right. ID this guy because he's in our way. And then we'll just have two-man block situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first.
Warren didn't catch it. Damn.
Pressure on them.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Motion over help. Ooh, he's open. So he's in a baseline.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was a statement stop right there. Now it forces the opposing head coach to answer this question. What do you do on 4th down?
Take the points.
Back now in Jacksonville.
Because we know we can get the ball. We know we can score on them. I should have had a touchdown, but you know how turbo does you. I should have let the turbo go.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Carlson is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. To throw is Bortles. Eluding the pressure right toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Bortles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay
Good
in
fucking
there.
hit.
He's willing
Defense,
to take the
baby.
hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, a little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario is get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
That's the main thing. If he doesn't adjust fast enough, I got him.
Carl try it again on second down. Finds Roberts left side.
When you stay in that man coverage.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
We feel like we can get in with Warren.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
If he doesn't move, it's this guy.
You got 56 there. Go, go. Get set, get set.
They'll give it to him right up the gut.
Look at that.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Warren is just
a great effort
right
there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
See, they're just playing
extra point
sound
by Carlson
defense.
up
Like,
and good.
I don't need
and the decision to just kick the extra point winds
like, I play a lot better when I just play sound football. I be trying to blitz too much. I get in those situations when my boy John Prado does. He just likes to start just blitzing like crazy. But when I'm up comfortably like this,
the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Trying to get that kick just right.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Right here. We could send one of our...
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 40. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man wide open. Complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards.
Lucy.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles.
He got picked up.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
All right. I don't know if y'all watched me do this before, but always come out right here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Side linebacker flip. Just come out in a speed package.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Lambeau will put this one through.
Just in case.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin him back there.
Take my drive. I can actually use my run game to finish this. That's the smart thing to do.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, remember, it's a run to that side, so we're going to slide left, ID, awesome, bring him over.
They start the drive with Lynch, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At least the dives, I know, slide backside, ID him, and then motion, height.
They'll run again with Lynch. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Get LaFell. He's coming from the outside, so he's trying to pass rush, so we'll do a trap run. All I got to do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We feel like our man is better than his.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Side. ID the gap. Add the extra rusher.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting their...
Yeah, he's going to quit. Carr didn't have the best game. He still got over 200. That's the main thing. Got the win.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Okay. I see something.
Go. 6:37.
Carr going to look to throw. Out left side here to Bryant.
Oh, why did you run out
He'll
of
take
bounds?
this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Too much man
It's
coverage.
a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
I think he learned by now.
Get set.
And I think I got a chance. He's in man coverage. It's not shaded.
Carr to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Miles Jack not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Carr. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about
why did you not run your route?
Still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And look at this, it's a fake.
Oh my God.
Get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
It's all good.
A little
man.
trickeration
Right, so
there, but it doesn't fool this defense. Out
play
comes the
our
Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Shutting people down with
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly.
Run,
even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Still got, I held him down. Still bombed on him. Still had a good QBR. Completion went up. It was 50. So, I mean, it was better. Better than that. Held Fournette down. Look, Richard, Warren, and Lynch all got the bitch. I should have used Lynch more. That way, got 7 yards per carry. He wanted to use that motherfucker. Look at that. That boy averaged 52 yards a catch. That's an average. He should have had a fucking touchdown. Got robbed. Look at all those pancakes. And we didn't allow any sacks. I know he sacked me once. But we didn't, technically we didn't allow any. Because it was a blitz. Look at all those are coverage sacks. No interceptions. It's like when I bomb though. I don't even know if it made a play. Yo, it made a play. This flanker drive, bro. This shit kills so... Is this the one? No, this ain't the one. Give me the flanker drive. Which quarter did I use it in? I thought it was this one. This isn't the flanker drive. That should have been a touchdown, man. They made that dude pursuit hella like that crazy. Where is... Bruh, I know I had a flanker drive. Was it in the third quarter? Oh, this is it. Flanker drive. When you motion this guy inside, this guy is immediately out of position. So now all he has to do is cross the safety. Boom. Alright. This outside third has to respect him because he's the deep man. Okay? On the flanker drive. So he comes in, he bites on it. That's how that gets open. And then all you have to do is wait for the receiver to pass that safety on a deep third right there. Might want to give him a little bit more. Right there is when I start throwing it. His outside third is out of position. I shouldn't have held the turbo because that should have been a touchdown. But, you know, as long as y'all see. Didn't need to make no hot routes to get that. Very good. Alright, man, I'm about to start the next episode up.